Welcome back to WonderFest TV. My name is Arlene.
My name's Kat.
And we have a very special Superman here with us today. We have Stevie Connor, who is the CEO of Blues and Roots Radio.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Thank you for being
so much.
here.
It's great to see you.
Awesome.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been in music for my whole life, really, but actually doing Blues and Roots Radio, it's 2 years now.
Nice.
So we've come a long way in a very short time.
Very nice. And how do you find the balance between music and the business, making music a business? And
It's very difficult because everybody's trying to work off the same business models, if you like, and it's constantly changing.
Right.
So we've tried to come up with different initiatives where we can help the artists without taking all the money from them and being perceived as earning money through other people. So we've been trying to give back as well as trying to make a business.
And I have been a very, very thankful artist to be supported by Blues and Roots Radio, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's very cool.
Yeah. We talk about empowerment. How has music in general empowered yourself, Stevie, or even Blues and Roots Radio?
I look at it in different ways because when I was younger, it was what I could get out of music, but now I'm actually being able to give back.
Wow.
So I like to see people like yourself that go abroad. You did your first tour in Europe.
Which you helped me with.
But
Thank you.
Yeah, you got some contacts, and it was really nice to see that you went and did that yourself. So that's nice that we can do that for people.
Right. Yeah, it's incredible.
So is your background as a musician as well? Did you play in a band?
Yeah, I've played in a few bands
Yeah.
back home. I've written music for some well-known people back home. I'm a bagpiper.
Cool.
So basically my father taught me to play. I've been playing since I was about 8 years old. So I've always done music and tried to make a living out of it. I've had to do full-time jobs like everybody else and just get by. And I was a professional musician for probably 12 years.
Wow.
Before I came to Canada. So
Wow.
I've kind of seen both sides of the fence. I've worked in the corporate industry as well. I've been in management, senior management. So it's kind of hard for a musician to have a business head, but I've seen both sides. So
Well, I feel like you kind of have to have both. If you want to have a successful music career, you also have to have the business side. A little bit? Is that...
Well, I think you have to have a good team.
Right.
You can't do everything yourself. You can't
Yeah.
concentrate on playing. You can't write music all the time yourself because you're so busy doing social media or other things that you've got to book gigs and things like that. So I think it's trying to get and it's difficult because then if you have a team you have to pay them and it's a real difficult balance. So.
Do you have any advice to musicians in today's environment?
The way I look at it, I don't go and seek things. I go out and do the business that I'm in just now, but I used to do this in music as well. Go out and play to the best of my capabilities. And I always found that things would come to me without me actually going and seeking out. And because I think if you get your blinkers on and you look too hard in a direction, there's a whole bunch of opportunities that are to the side of that in your peripheral vision. So that's the kind of best thing that I would say is try and look at opportunities that might not be in the direction that you may be going. Other things kind of spring up. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so now would you say like that's kind of like just follow your path creatively? Like is that the main focus you would advise there? Or?
Yeah. Well, for instance, we were doing what we were doing in the business sense with Blues and Roots Radio up to about 6 months ago. But business people had been watching what we were doing for a year apparently before that. And we were offered a business opportunity and we got a huge investment about 4 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
From a media company, yeah. And
High five!
so that was an opportunity that we never ever saw coming. And although we had been speaking to these people and doing shows that they were aware of and they would come and visit, we never thought they would invest, but they actually asked us what they could do to help us, and we said, you could give us money.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
So we came to an arrangement. We had to put a business plan together, and we formed a media company, which is at the moment it's an events company, which you yourself know about. So we're going to do our first big show in April with FEA Media, who are based in Guelph. So that's an opportunity that we never saw coming, and it was sitting there. I suppose if we looked too hard at it, it would never have come.
Right.
So.
That's almost as if like you were open to anything and you're accepting. You knew that something, not only knew that something was going to happen, but you kept going in the direction of, you know, touching lives with your station, with Blues and Roots Radio, that it ended up coming
You attract that.
Yeah, well, we have our mandate, and
Right.
that is to put the artist first. And anybody can go onto our website and see what the mandate is,
Right.
and, you know, without going into too much details. But if, you know, we stuck to that mandate, and when we started off, we just said that that's what we're going to be about. So, and that's what we've done, and it's kind of paid off for us. But we also see it's helping the artists, because we're now able to put a platform for the people that we play on the radio to actually play live gigs as well. So,
Incredible.
no, it's kind of incredible. We can't really believe it. We kind of pinch ourselves now and again,
Yeah.
but it's happening, so that's good.
Right.
And so we're going to run with the flow. We've got another few things that we're looking at setting up a record label, an independent record label as well, but that'll be another 6 to 8 months before we actually do that. We're one thing at a time.
Well, that'll come fast. 6 to 8 months is not far away. I mean, you're doing amazing things in a short period of time, it seems to me.
Yeah, well, we had a plan. There's 3 of us that actually run Blues and Roots Radio. There's myself and my wife Anne from here in Canada, but there's also business partner Neil Mitchell, who's out in Melbourne, Australia. So
Amazing.
we have hubs in Australia. We also have them in Maui in the UK. So we've
Wow.
developed partnerships with people like Fruitier Magazine, who are a well-established music magazine in the UK. They've become our partners.
Amazing.
And also Festivals of Australia, stuff like that. So.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Stevie. This is incredible. Make sure you guys check Blues and Roots Radio out online.
Do it.
Thanks for having me.
I'm doing it immediately. Thank you so much.
Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. Rumi